let us see what happened here. Smith just kind of takes it off the wall right over Bean and just flips it right into the net there.
Pogo! Okay.
Ooh, that was beautiful.
I didn't see that last part there. It looked like he just kind of like, I don't know, pinched it off his head or something.
Yeah.
I don't even know. That was insane.
That was a beautiful goal by Smith there. It's still 4-2. Again, a comeback could happen for Bean here. With 2 minutes and 44 seconds left, again, they're finding that rhythm. They're finding what works and what doesn't. And it seems that Bean's mental is kind of shifting. Again, I've played with this guy before, so I notice when things are happening here. And good save by Bean here. Smith is going to attempt to take it on the wall, but Bean's kind of watching what Smith does, trying to read where his next move will be. Yeah, lots of back and forth happening between these two. As Bean gets the touch off the court, but doesn't quite get the second touch on that ball. Smith is going to take possession to go for an aerial goal here, maybe. Bean trying to read what he does. It's a kind of small touch off the ball as well.
Here as he goes for the second, it is a shot. Smith able to get in the way, Bean moving back. Thankfully for him, the shot goes wide. It's in that corner. He's able to turn it around a little bit. Great 50 by Bean as it goes off the backboard of Smith's side. Bean with a follow-up, and it's in!
Go. Beautiful shot by Bean here. It kind of just bounces that corner just a little bit, but he takes it off that wall and gets it into the goal here. Really, really well done by Bean. It's 4-3. I think Bean can tie this thing. With the way this is going, yeah, it's taking a lot longer for Bean to get those goals, but I think if he really starts strategizing, planning ahead, trying to read what Smith does, and taking those challenges a little bit quicker, I think Bean can tie this thing.
Yeah, Smith a long catch. Not quite keeping it in front of his car. He does get demoed out. Smith doesn't quite get the angle he needed on that last shot. That could have been, you know, the lead extender right there. But Bean is holding it down for a second. Smith still can't get the cut on the ball here. Bean falling back. No boost in at the tank. Can he block this one? He can't. Unfortunate. And there you have it.
Wow, what a shot by Smith here. He takes it up, plays around with that backboard, and just it right in there, putting us at 5-3, 58 seconds left. Again, it's taking a little bit longer for Bean to tie this one, but I think it can happen. You can score 2 goals in less than a minute. It can happen. It's a matter of how you go about it, playing patiently, reading the other person.
Most definitely. I mean, Smith seems to have a good read on Bean here. He is still kind of struggling a little bit more on that, I think, just because Bean's playing differently. I mean, you know, I'd love to see it out there, but, you know, Smith is still holding it down. I mean, he's got a 2-goal lead, 30 seconds to go. He's really finding all these opportunities and just kind of throwing around the ball a little bit, just last touches. But, I mean, he's had a lot of ball possession, a lot of, you know, offensive pressure happening. We have another shot by Bean, still not on target. Unfortunate for him. Smith just kind of waiting and stalling out time.
Wow, what a beautiful goal by Bean here. As let's see what happened. Kind of just bounces up right in front of the net. Convenient for Bean as he just takes that shot right in there. 8 seconds left. Could there be a kickoff goal? I don't know. It's going to depend. But it's only 8 seconds left, so really anything can happen here. But it seems as though Smith has been really consistent throughout these past few games, as we noticed, and then we kind of saw Bean kind of like trying to change up the strategy mid-game or do things differently. But again, really, really great game too between Smith and Bean. Really, really solid job. And as we know, Smith is now moving on to the finals. I don't know who's moving on with him, but really, really solid game here.
We are gonna find out as we head on over to our brother stream. He is casting and streaming the other semis, so we're gonna tune on in over there just for a second, and then we're all gonna come together back for the finals. So yeah, we're gonna bring up his stream. Y'all are gonna watch the other semis happening, and we're gonna see who Gonna be facing off Smith in the finals for the $100 grand prize. So, without further ado, let's head on over there.
Certain maps that we do. So yeah, all right, guys, we have Jake versus Jermaine. For some odd reason, the scores did not reset over here. So let me reset the score series. There we go. All right, my bad, guys. I'm not locked in. Now Blue can talk.
What?
Now Blue can start casting with me. I had to reset the score series.
Oh.
And Jake will just take another easy open net, making another boring game.
Yeah. It seems like a common occurrence with Jake being boring, as some would say. Oh. My game went off.
Yeah,
people.
that happened to you too?
Yeah.
We have Jermaine going under a different name for some odd reason, but you know, we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, I did not think this was Jermaine. I thought this was
I didn't
some
think it was
other
Jermaine
person.
either. That Jermaine's just not that confident in his skills, and he has somebody playing on his account. And if that's so, then he's just gonna. And if he wins this, it's a forfeit. But it
I'm
does.
secretly playing on AJ's account.
Nah, you you would have lost against Tyrant.
That's not true.
And it is 2-0. Jake making it a somewhat boring of a game again. No, not going. And like I said, going for a kick. It is now 3-0. 3 minutes and 55 seconds remaining.
Well, this might be another Jake game. Might just be the Jake series, some might say. Well, you know what? While AJ's being boring, Hoodie, have you made a March Madness bracket?
My March Madness bracket got fucked.
Really?
It got fucked. I did not expect St. John. I did not expect UConn and St. John's to make it that far. Honestly.
Right now I need UConn to win and Arizona to win, and if they do, I win my March Madness bracket in my little friend group.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I think Michigan is putting belt to ass against Arizona. But why we're talking about March Madness,
Nah.
Jermaine, we have a 1v1 going on, but March Madness is more important because this is a boring game.
Yes. I 100%, 200% agree.
But yeah, I'm very surprised UConn beat Duke. I'm very surprised.
Really, I called that. I called it from like a mile away. I was like, Duke always chokes right before they get anywhere good, and what did I predict? They just fucking
Okay, the biggest shocker was North Carolina going out round 1. Biggest shocker was North Carolina losing.
No. That wasn't that big of a. The biggest one to me was BYU getting upset by Texas. I did not think Texas had that in them.
Texas had it in them.
No, BYU is such a consistent school. Like they always do well in March Madness. Like it was crazy to me that they actually lost first round to a 11 seed Texas. Like you just don't really hear of that.
Absolutely. And Jermaine back on sidewall and Jake being a freaking asshole, just demoing him for some odd reason.
Boring. This is a bad game by Jake. Flicks it over. Boo.
Boo.
Do something impressive. Takes it back. Jake takes all the time in the world again. And just, rainbows it across the field. I guess across the pitch. Gets a bump on Jermaine.
Come on, there you go. There you go. Go for a clip. There we go. I like it, Jermaine.
Yes,
never mind.
this is what we need.
Okay.
Okay, Jake. Okay.
Jake got doubled out. Jake got fucking clipped on against Tyrant. He's like, no more.
Oh, gets bumped into the boost. Hey, Jake with the big clear. Can't get the follow up. Jermaine clears it away. And now AJ awkward on wall, wasting all of his boost like a dumbass. Gets flicked high. Saves it. And just a good 50. I mean,
Absolutely. And Jermaine going for another
come
clip.
on.
We,
Come
we
on.
like it. Get that flip reset.
Flip.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, if he got the pop, that would have been perfect. It's okay. AJ can't do anything. He's low boost. Jermaine knows it. He's hunting. He flicks
And he
it.
tries to get
Oh.
it top left. Jake collecting the 100. Just going for another hook shot or going for an open net. Not really trying to go for any aerial plays.
Let's see, I gotta ask my friend if he wants to go play either pickleball and get Mars.
Pickleball?
Yes, sir, bruh. I got a life to live. I got things to do.
Oh yeah, he's definitely part of a frat.
Pickleball
Oh yeah,
and
he's definitely.
Margaritaville,
Oh yeah,
baby.
he's definitely a frat. He's definitely a frat boy now. We lost a good one. We lost a good one.
Have you ever heard of Blackout Monday? It's an amazing thing.
No, that's only what you do, bro. I'm too old.
Only a college kid could get away with Blackout Monday.
When was the last time I blacked out?
What?
I blacked out what? 2 years ago, actually.
I blacked out just the other week.
Yeah, no, because you couldn't make your 1v1 game.
Yeah, you know what I was doing?
What were you doing?
I was popping it. The second I texted you, an Eddie that I had just taken hit, bro, and I was tweaking balls, bro. That shit was so fun. I like 200 milligrams, bro. Like a full bag, like, dude, I'd way too much. I was like, dude, everything looked like VR, bro. Like, shit just did not feel real. I was out on the porch smoking a cig, bro. Oh my.
We do have 4-4 with under a minute now. Troy locking on this 1v1 because we're losing focus over here. Jake
AJ,
going for another aerial
seal the deal.
and Jermaine with the huge save. Jake still going for those boring goals and just trying to catch it, get a flick.
Oh,
But he
wait,
gets bumped.
wait.
Jermaine with
Jermaine,
another
yeah.
goal. But right here we go. I think this one goes to a 5-minute overtime.
I hope not.
6 minute overtime, give or take. And Jermaine doing the gentleman's kickoff.
Now, can AJ come back with 30 seconds left? To force OT?
Depending on, does he get a boring goal or an aerial? Well, boring goal
We'll
or
see.
aerial goal. Trying to flick it around, but Jermaine
over.
with the
Oh,
huge
if he
save.
just turns on that quick, that
Jermaine.
might be a goal opportunity.
And we are almost down to 10 seconds, and that's not gonna
goes quick.
not gonna
Waterfall
waterfall down.
down. Can't get there. AJ stealing all the boost, has all the pressure. But can he capitalize? No. Jermaine with a big clear.
Jermaine with the huge
This is
50
his
and
final
Jake
opportunity.
and catches it. We are on 0 seconds.
Whoa.
Oh, that's
He sucks. He sucks.
he sucks. Jermaine
He
takes game number 1, 5-4 after trailing that entire game.
Jake stalled, bro. Jake actually sucks.
Jake's old.
It's over. It's over. Talk it up. Bad luck, I guess. Horrible cue. Yeah, it's over.
Horrible cue.
It's over.
All right, before you ready up.
I'm readying up.
All right.
Oh.
Did I get the map in time? All right, you guys. All right, y'all kicked me out. All right.
All right.
All right, y'all kicked me out. All right.
We get salty shores.
I didn't want salty shores, but okay, let's just run with it.
But Bloomin's amazing. Oyster salty shores.
Didn't want salty shores. But here we go. Whatever.
I got a question for you. Anybody who is in chat, if you could live on one Rocket League map, which one would you want to live on?
Ooh.
Mine would be Salty Shores, because this is the perfect place. I mean,
honestly, I couldn't do salty shores.
really. Either Salty Shores or Neo Tokyo, like one of the two. Either one of them.
I'd say Neo Tokyo, or I'd probably do Paris. I agree with Smith. I'd probably have to do Paris.
I mean,
Partially do
I feel
Paris.
like I'd get tired of it though. Like, Oh, AJ's confident in the reverse sweep.
Here you go, Blue.
He said,
Here's your dare.
"Blue, here's your dare."
Wait, what did he get two? What did he get two board against Tyrant?
I mean, I guess we'll see another demo coming up from AJ and just a free net. Yeah, you can tell AJ's woken up a little bit more this game.
I don't see how you get bored of going against Tyrant when he clipped on you like twice. I really don't know how you really do that.
You don't know the maps well enough.
Boo.
Come on, man. You gotta be better than that. You gotta be a no-lifer like everybody else. We all play Rocket League for the same reason.
You gotta be a
the demonic
no-lifer.
grasp.
And Jermaine with the huge save, and Jake finally going for aerials. About freaking time. Took you 5 games.
Full map, full map. Oh, you suck.
Aww.
Takes it down, dribbles it low. Gets a bad flick in for Maine. Can he capitalize?
And Jake
Oh,
own
AJ
goals.
goals.
He own goals. Oh my goodness. A nice one. And we have our own caster being toxic.
For the love of the game, for the love of the game.
For the love of the game. Even though Bloom's like, I would have, this game would have been over, but for the love of the game.
I kind of want to see. I feel like, all right, if we're thinking about seeding, I think Jake is seeded like number 2 in the tournament.
Dude,
And
honestly,
I feel like Jermaine is like a lower seed, right? So this is like the upset game. This is the Duke versus UConn. This is the High Point University versus Wisconsin.
No. Let's not compare it to that. Let's compare it to the St. John's, Kansas. I'm not gonna lie with you.
No, that was so predictable. St. John's is so good, bro. I don't know why you're sleeping on St. John's, bro. They always do good. You just don't know you don't know ball, bro. You just don't know ball.
No one knew St. John's existed until now.
My friend goes there, bro. They're always a huge basketball school.
And Jake would just take advantage of another up and down. I thought he crossbarred it.
Nah, me too.
I probably would have laughed. I'm not gonna lie. I probably would have laughed if he crossbars it.
You need to get the plugin for the custom like crossbar pings.
I do.
I have that on, and I have the Taco Bell fucking ding. Dude, that shit is hilarious. I'll be like rotating out, teammate with a wide open net. And I just hear the fucking Doom of Despair ding, bruh. I'm like, God damn it, bro.
And Jake crossbars it down. And Jake just toying with Jermaine now, trying to get Blue Moon his dare done.
Hey, Jake playing mind games right now, waiting for him to bite. He just doesn't. Good patience by Jermaine. J. Cole, same thing. Whatever. Good dribble going. Drops it early. AJ with a good fake challenge. Takes it up the wall. Will we see another clip? No, decides to take it low. Goes high. Gets a one.
Flip. And
flips over Jake. Jake is just
gets
the
clipped on
bro.
Gets clipped on again 2 times against Tyrant. Now Jermaine flip resets over him. Oh
yeah,
my
goodness. A poster child. Put him in a frame.
He's a poster child. And Jermaine's confidence probably going way up after that flip reset.
We'll see. AJ with a good 50. Jermaine bumps him away. Grabs the boost. And big shot on net.
And are we going to have a free net? And Jake just stealing 100 boost.
So close to being a free net for Jermaine. We'll see. AJ, big 50. He's got to get back in time. He just has no boost. AJ with all the boost. It's a clear. He can finally get the mid with the sigh of relief. All big clear by AJ, and that's just going to be an open net for him.
Absolutely it is.
Hey Smith, you're free low, bruh. If I was played, bruh, you're free low.
You're free low, buddy.
You're free low, buddy.
You're free low, buddy. That's crazy. Blue, chill out.
Bottom one.
Bro, Smith, I'm sorry, buddy, but I think Blue sweeps you.
Nah, we gotta run a 1v1, bro, Smith, just like on our own time, bro. For the love of the game,
Ari, if you're in here, have Royal hit my Discord DM so I don't text her on Twitch for
You don't think I beat you for real? Ooh, okay.
Oof. That's fighting
I'm
words.
I'm actually down to see because I don't play ones, so I feel like he could have some truth behind that, but I guess we'd see. Oh, that's just top
and
right.
that's just 7. That's just 7-2. Never mind, Ari, I got it.
Yeah, that's also fair. I don't really talk to you, Smith, so I guess that's a fair reason to assume. That's what I'm saying. I have nothing to judge you on, bro. I don't even watch like RR. Like I haven't seen you play. I feel like
And
it'd
it's
still be a
8-2.
good game.
Let me ask your main feelings for this one.
And that's a forfeit. It's a forfeit. Yeah, that is true. Oh, actually, that's crazy. Yeah, Hoodie should not have put me, Brill, and Smith on the same side. I didn't think about that. That's like shock, bro.
and Jermaine will just take the game 1 FF.
I feel
The
like
game 2, I mean.
to be honest, I feel like the finals would have been if you put Brill on the other side, it would have been me or Smith versus Brill, or like any combination of that, like any combination of those ones. But you know what? Screw it. I think next time you do a tournament, Hoodie, I think you should do like a spinner wheel to like decide the matches, not as much.
Dude, no.
As,
Here's the deal. Every single match that you saw, I did spin the wheel.
Really.
Yeah, I spun the wheel. Every single matchup you saw was spin the wheel.
I also think, well, either you can do a wheel spin or you can do a like ask people what they think the seeding rank should be, or like get people's opinions on like who's the best, who's the worst, and then seed them that way. Put like the first seed against the lowest seed, kind
Yeah.
of like March Madness bracket. I feel like that could also do better because then you would spread out like who you're doing. It's really like subjective to do seeding unless you have like a vote or something like that. But Jermaine started out with the 1-0 lead.
Sorry, chat. Me
Let's
and Blue Moon are just everywhere. I think the Tyrant versus Jake game was probably more interesting than a lot of these. And Jermaine going for a psycho.
Up,
Holy cow! Yeah, we are catching up. We are catching up. If Jake loses this game, I'm actually gonna die laughing.
I think a lot of people are, Smith. I'm not gonna lie. AJ has a lot right in this game.
Oh my goodness,
Jake, all the boosts.
Jake was trying to touch him.
What?
and we're going for another clip, Jermaine. I love it. I love it, Jermaine. Yeah, okay, Jake.
Yeah, it's Jake, but
Jermaine,
wait, what a play! Oh,
okay, what are we doing?
Oh, wait, it's open. AJ has no boost. Bumps him out of the way.
What are we doing?
Wait, this is so shocked.
This really
go for the boost, really get the boost. It's okay. It's
he's
over.
going for a hook shot, and it's 1-1 with 3 minutes and 18 seconds left. This is such a chalk. This is such a chalk tourney, by the way. Jerry and Brill, y'all are not welcome to the next tourney because of what y'all did. So screw y'all.
What'd they do?
They both had to FF because they couldn't make it, even though we had a set schedule, and they both had to FF.
I mean, I couldn't make it.
Well, that was round 1. That was on you guys. This was round 2, which games were streamed.
Oh, I think you should still let them play, bro. I think people playing is.
They're chilling, and Jermaine going for a.
The little basketball shot on
goodness. Jermaine going for another clip. Yeah, holy cow.
Yeah, chalk it up. Jake lost. It's over. Knock him out of the tournament.
Chalk it up. And
another gentleman's
Jermaine
kickoff.
doing these fake kickoffs.
Oh, it was almost open too. If he just put that on net, that might have been his third goal. AJ really's got to lock in.
And
here if
it's
he
a
wants
50 to top
Oh
left.
no!
Holy
He's
cow!
getting away from Jake. Jake's got to figure it out
3
soon.
to 1, Jermaine in the lead. And another Gentlemates kickoff. I'm starting to see a trend here with a lot of these kickoffs.
The only
And,
issue with
another huge 50.
wait.
And
Oh, it was so close.
And he flicks
Oh,
it
big
over.
flick.
And it is 4 to 1.
in.
Jermaine
Oh my God.
taking the lead. Holy cow. 2 minutes and 33 seconds remaining. 4 to 1. Jermaine says, nah, I'm going for that money. And never mind.
Oh,
Jermaine,
and we
I
fucked
hate
up.
you. Jake is scared. Bro, who's Jake? I don't know, dog. I think Jake is just tired of getting clipped on. I'm not gonna lie with you. And another Gentlemates kickoff. Jake going up, and he just sitting there. And Jermaine trying to take control, does a flick. Jake just already there. Too much J names. Like, why you guys both gotta have J names? I hate y'all. And
oh, it might
it
just
could have
be
been
open.
could have been an
J. Cole
open.
with
Oh,
hands. What is that, the classy flick?
are we sure this is Jermaine playing?
Nah, it's me. It's me,
I'm-
chat.
It's not you.
I own Jake.
I've never seen Jermaine do. Jermaine hasn't done any of this when he was with Trinity and Rocket Rivals. I'm just saying. Are we sure
Jake,
this is
low
Jermaine?
boost. Yes, this is Jermaine. Oh, AJ just doesn't have boost to get there.
And oh my
Oh,
goodness,
good
the
get around.
0 boost goal. It's like he's a Tree Pirates player.
Jermaine's just got to challenge that earlier. You're going up against someone with 0 boost.
Yo,
You just gotta go for it.
Yo, Faz, thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome in. And a huge shot, and Jermaine,
Hey, Cole,
another
still
save.
doing these Gentlemates kickoffs. I don't know if I agree with this strategy, but you know what? It's working
Is working
somewhat.
Eh,
So, oh,
let's not talk
just
too
as I
much.
spoke.
And a huge save. Jake trying to do a quick shot, and Jermaine just waiting
just taking
there.
all the boost. Taking all the boosts.
Are we gonna see an OT on this game or something, guys?
Oh, good quick shot off by J. Cole. Almost gets it around Jake.
And putting it back to his own
Takes it
corner,
back
which
to
I
his
do
own
not
corner.
agree with. Actually, I hate taking it to my own corner in ones.
What do you mean? That's such a safe play.
That is not a safe play.
Obviously, the main caster doesn't know how to play ones. It's okay.
And
Big flick by Jay.
almost flicked the top right. He already put one top left. You might want to be careful, Jake. And it is
just slopped
4 to
home.
4. Holy cow! 43 seconds remaining. Who will be meeting Smith in the grand finals?
Should have been me. Should have been me, bro. But
Hoodie don't know ball blew you. Smith, I'll smack you around.
yeah, bro. I'm just like the ball knower. I just know so much about balls. I know so much about Smith.
And
oh my
goodness, it's a huge 50. Jermaine.
Jake might sell. Oh my goodness. What a bump by J. Cole. Dude, it might be chalked. J. Cole has Jake, like, stressed out, scared, panicking, whatever you want to call it.
Another gentleman's kickoff.
Another gentleman. Oh my goodness.
And it's just not
Jake
gonna
gets it
work. And it's
around
5 to
Jake.
5.
This is actually crazy.
I think whoever scores next, it might win it. I think whoever scores next.
Game 3 OT question.
Match admin put it to 0 seconds. OT. 22 seconds remaining. 5 to 5. Kickoff going in favor of Jake. Jake collecting the 100, waiting for it to bounce off wall, trying to go for another boring shot. And like I said, boring shots.
Oh wait, this could be dangerous for J. Cole. He's got to get out of his side. Oh, goes for a Cuxer place. This is not good. Jake
Ooh,
with this last second
can miracles happen?
J. Cole sold at the last second of this game. He needs to pull it away.
Can Jermaine had a 4-1 lead, and now it is 6-5. Trying to go for
delayed
his
kickoff.
delay kickoff.
Last second for Jermaine.
And
AJ
Jake is just gonna. Oh my goodness!
keeps it up. Wait, he has no
And
boost, but
it
can't keep
is
it
over.
up.
And we have Jake versus Smith in the grand finals.
Yeah, Smith, easy wipings, bro. Get that kid.
Easy wipings.
Easy dubs.
And guys, I'm gonna be taking a 5-minute break so I could go over there and get set up with the other casters. Thanks for Blue Moon for casting with me these last couple of games.
Adios.
Adios, Blue. And guys, I will see y'all in 5 minutes. Take it easy.
Sailed the endless tides, looking far and wide, trying to fill the hole buried deep inside. I was out of hope till I looked in your eyes. Swear my world lit up the moment you arrived. Been looking for the one, and you're the missing piece. Of me, I searched above the sea, and everything between us feels like treasure that I seek. The moment we locked eyes, I felt it deep inside of me. You're my missing piece.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, why doesn't
Though my boat may
like
shake
keep
out upon the blue,
his
I
co-caster
don't fear the
over in the
waves,
lobby?
'cause they
So that
love
way he
me
still
to
has his
you.
co-cast and
I
have
felt it in my chest.
Yeah.
We can like join
Okay, cool. Got it.
That's him.
We got this.
Cool. I'll bring us in. So let us know when you're
You're good on my side.
switching.
Also good.
All right, you guys ready?
Yep, let's do this.
All right.
Still have the grand finals, and on the field waiting, we have Smith versus Jake. What do you think about that, Ari?
It's gonna be a close game, I think, between these two. I mean, we've seen, me and you, when we were watching Smith play, we've seen him. He was really locked in. He reached that flow state, and he played really well. And I also know that Jake also plays really well, too. So I think this is definitely going to be a close game between these two.
Definitely. I mean, we were watching the semifinals just a bit ago that Hoodie actually had, and it was a really close game. It was a really good game, in my opinion. So I am super excited to see what Jake is going to be bringing to the field, as he was in the other part of the bracket that we didn't get on our stream. So without further ado, I think we should get these players out there, right?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Let's get it started.
Alrighty. This is a best of 5, ladies and gentlemen, for the $100 prize pool. So buckle on in, because we got a little bit of a longer cast here, as Smith and Jake are now on the field. Hoodie, take it away for us.
Absolutely
this.
will. It's like I said, I've played with both of these guys before. I can't be biased in this situation, but I see Smith sweeping, going 3-0. Can't be biased, but I gotta be for a little bit. But we have Jake winning kickoff against Jake. Smith taking his time, going up in the air, going for it, gets one flip, and goes for a pogo but misses. Jake is going to take advantage of an open net, making it 1-0 for 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining.
What a goal by Jake. He just takes it to that wall there, gets that bounce, and just taps it perfectly into the net. Not even 15 seconds into the game, and we're still 1-0. Jake with the lead right now. Again, two really, really good players here. It's going to be lots of competition on the field between these two, as $100 is on the line.
Oh, it's a great 50 by Jake. I mean, it's exactly how he got that first goal. It was off of a 50 straight into the net, and now he's got a 50 for a save, putting Smith on his back wheels, ×2 now. Another great save by Jake as he takes the shot. It's going all the way in, and he's got a 2-goal lead now.
Yeah, Jake taking advantage of these 50s that he's converting against Smith. One thing I know about Jake is he's very, very good at creating these type of 50s just to get easy access goals. But we have another kickoff coming our way, and it's just ball just gonna go dead. But Jake trying to take it to wall. Smith giving Smith a little bit of time, going for an aerial play, and Jake will just have an easy save.
Yeah, Smith is going to take it off that corner here. He punched Jake off. Smith with the touch to the goal here. 1-2, 4 minutes and 5 seconds left. What a great goal by Smith. He just takes it up to that backward and just taps it in as the ball is dropping down. Still lots of game to be played here. It's still 1-2. It's going to definitely be a close one between these two guys.
So definitely, we're not even a full minute in just yet, and 3 goals on the board so far. Love to see it. You know, Jake running away just a little bit, but now we got Smith with the response, tying up the game. Absolutely great air dribble play, as we've known Smith to do. Start on his side of the field, dribble as far as possible, get that reset, and redirect the ball into the right side of the net, where Jake wasn't. And like I said, that's going to tie up the game. 2-2, 3 minutes, 53 seconds on the clock. Smith gaining a little bit of fieldage off this kickoff. He's got the boost. So does Jake, though, but Smith has possession as he goes for the net. It's an air dribble bump play for the lead here.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was laughing because this has been happening to Jake while I was streaming. He's been getting flip resetted on. He's been getting clipped on. It's just been happening to Jake since I started watching his games. It's been happening. It's like a process. But it's been known since I watched. After game 1, he gets more warmed up. But Smith collecting that 100, getting it around him again, and Smith just making another another goal with 3 minutes and 34 seconds, going up 4-2.
Yeah, a really, really solid start for Smith here, and this has kind of been the trend for Smith, as me and Royal have seen in the past 2 series. We've seen Smith. He's been really just taking advantage of those aerials and getting it over the opponent and into the net. And Smith has stayed locked in, and he's been really keeping good control of the ball for the most part. And like I said, lots of competition between these two, and it's only 4-2, so there's still lots of games to be played. And there's a chance that Jake could make a comeback and finally beat Smith, because Smith has been undefeated for the most part.
I didn't even think about that. You're so right. Smith has been undefeated through this entire playoffs. I mean, yeah, in quarters, semis, now this, another air dribble, one last touch to lift it just over Jake and now extend the lead. We have a 5-2 game, 3-goal deficit with 3 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock. Kickoff number 8 getting stalled all the way to the wall as it bounces up and rolls back down. We got Jake with the catch, going with the dribble. He goes for the 50. Smith keeping it off his side of the field. A very nice clear, sending Jake into his left side corner as he now has a full field reset. He's got to make up all this space here. One little flick, a bump on Smith, and Jake saves his own shot. I'm pretty sure that was gonna go off that backboard anyways, but Smith has a quick turnaround straight into another shot. Let's take a look at that replay.
Yeah, Smith just being much faster than Jake at that defense position. Smith just realizing that Jake was going to be awkward not to get a touch there, and plays 50 in his advantage and just capitalizes off that beautiful 50. It is now 6-2 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Jake winning kickoff, but Smith already back on the ball. I was watching Smith play. I had you guys up on my phone, but it just might be another goal, 7-2. Smith just absolutely demolishing Jake right now and getting number 1.
Really, really nice 50 there by Smith and Jake. And Smith, it's going in Smith's favor here, 7-2. Man, Smith has been really, really consistent through these last couple of series. And he's been taking really good control of the ball and keeping possession and not letting the opponent challenge him too much to where they score either. But we got a really good touch on the ball by Jake here. He's going to attempt to go for a goal, and he gets it in. 7-3. What a goal by Jake. Really, really solid job here. He kind of just hits it in towards that corner and then gets a second touch on it. It's still 7-3. There's still lots of games to be played by these two.
Most definitely. Just under halfway. A 4-goal deficit. You know, as Ari and I have talked about, games like this can happen where it might seem like a lot, can seem like a big gap, but I mean, in all reality, he still has over 2 minutes just about to try and get 4 goals, and they're actually happening quite quickly here. I mean, we already have a quick turnaround by Jake as he now moves downfield, uses the last of his boots, has a good setup though. He outplays Smith, but he just doesn't have the right angle on that. Great little bump by Smith, pushing Jake off his side of the field as he now moves down line. One flick up and over, and it's in.
Yeah, Smith absolutely doing a beautiful flick over Jake. Jake just over just trying to do a skill. Just trying to insta challenge 0 boost, trying to prove that he's worthy enough to win this. But Smith just taking advantage, 8-3 with a minute and 45 seconds remaining. Smith winning kickoff, gonna collect the 100. Jake going right back to his corner. Smith going in the air, going for a must-see in. Just trying to play 50 around Jake, but Jake's still there on defense. And Smith just having fun at this point, acting like it's free play.
Yeah, Smith playing really, really well. He's going to go for a shot on goal, but doesn't quite get in as it hits that back post there. Smith is going to attempt to go for an aerial here, but Jake right there to get the touch on that. Jake is going to attempt to probably go for a goal here and get it right over Smith, but Smith ends up goaling it, but that's okay. It is still 8-4, 4-goal deficit. Again, a minute and 12 seconds left. Anything can really happen. Jake could start scoring a lot here, or Smith can still stay consistent as he has been the past few games, and he could take home this thing.
That's it, definitely. I know, you know, in one of the games, we did see kind of like an underdog. You know, it took until that last minute and a half or so for the opposing team against Smith to start kind of racking up goals, remember? So, you know, I can definitely see that happening as Jake puts another one in the net, slowly closing this gap here. We love it to see it. And, you know, I'm glad that you mentioned anything can happen, because I do want to point out that's our first own goal from Smith in all the games that we have casted of him. That is the first one, so we can clearly see Jake's putting on a little heat on his shots finally, and now he's climbing the ladder. 8-5 now, 47 seconds to go as he is on the attack. He demos him out, he backs into the goal with another shot.
It is 8-6 now. It's like when I was casting Jake, he would always go down. He did this against Jermaine. He went down 4-1, then all of a sudden he came back and won. This seems like a reoccurring theme for Jake to go down and then instantly come back and just try to make it a close game. But Jake, winning kickoff, trying to put Smith on the back end, collects his 100 and tries to do another goal, but Smith already there to save, does a flick, collects the 100, waits for Jake to see what he does, trying to play 50, but no shot. And Jake is just going to push it right back downfield and score it and make it 7-8.
Wow, what a goal by Jake here, and what I'm seeing here is a comeback story, I think. I think Jake is about to make the comeback of this entire tournament, honestly. We are at 8-7, 24 seconds left. I kind of think Jake is starting to lock in here. He's starting to not really take any crap from Smith anymore. He's tired of getting clipped on, as Hoodie was talking about earlier. He's tired of people just, you know, underestimating him. So, again, anything can happen, like I said, but I say that Smith decides to score another one. He gets that touch off the wall, and he just taps it right in, right over Jake, as Jake goes for that touch, but doesn't quite get it off of his goal.
9-7, 2 goals now, but 16 seconds. Jake does take this kickoff. He gains a lot of fieldage, but he's running out of time. The 10 seconds is there. He can't get the bump or demo on Smith or the follow-up touch. Smith has an open net, and there you have it. That's going to be the nail in the coffin there. This is going to end game number 1. I think it's safe to say. So, you know.
And Jake will FF with 3 seconds remaining, so if Odie can just pause the game and put it down to 0. And Jake FFing game number 1 against Smith, 10-7. Wow. Smith's really showing why he is in the he's in the finals. Jake, a very good showing in the last 45 seconds, but really couldn't get past Smith in that beginning 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, you could kind of tell his mental shifted in that he was really just starting to lock in and really not take any crap from Smith anymore, really. It seemed like he was just tired of Smith clipping on him and things like that. So he put up a really good fight, I will say. I mean, he had 11 shots, 7 goals, which not bad. And then Smith with 17 shots, obviously. He put up he put a lot of good pressure on Smith as well, which I think is why he was able to do as well as he did.
Most definitely. I mean, that's not to undertake the stats. You know, Jake was only, I think it was like 4 goals off, so he had a certain amount of shots, and, you know, his goals were only 4 behind. However, Smith was 10 for 17, so the percentage a little less for Smith here, but, you know, it was still a good game nonetheless. Jake had a little bit of a comeback run, but he's got a full restart here now in game 2. He's got another life. I don't want to say one more, but another life, as I'm going to put it, as he scores first in the game yet again. This seems to be his pattern. He, you know, starts off the game strong, and we're going to see if he can actually run with it and hold the lead this time.
Absolutely. When I was watching him on my streams and on my side, he always dropped game number 1 and surprisingly came back and took every single game after that. So I want to see if this is another theme for Jake. If game 1 is just a curse, or is Smith just going to be too overwhelming? But Jake, on the offensive pressure, Smith playing patiently, playing 50, goes to the left wall. And we have a huge demo coming from Jake. He's going to insta turn, and he bars it off the side.
Oh man, what a great attempt by Jake there though. A really good demo, an attempt to shoot it into Smith's goal there. But again, it seems like they're both playing patiently, trying to read each other, trying to figure out what to do next. But we see Jake here's going to take possession and take a shot there, but Smith obviously ready to save that. But Jake's going to go for another and gets it in. Wow. This is like the first time I've seen Smith not actually score within the first minute of the game. And all the other games I've seen, this is the first one I'm seeing where he hasn't scored quite yet. But again, it's game 2. Anything can happen. This could be the comeback story that I was talking about earlier with, you know, someone is losing pretty badly, then they end up scoring a whole bunch of goals, and then all of a sudden they're the winner. So again, lots of potential here for this tournament.
Most definitely, and I mean, you know, game 1 is always kind of a Jake trying to figure out Smith, Smith trying to figure out Jake, and you know, it's kind of a redemption in game 2, and especially for Jake because it seems like he actually has figured out Smith quite a bit. I mean, he's really putting him on his back tires here. He's really putting some punch behind these shots here, and Smith is kind of having a hard time responding until now. He finally is able to get a demo on Jake. He gets a shot, and there's the first goal, but he's still chasing one.
Absolutely. Smith just trying to chase a goal for the last 45 to almost 1 minute. It's just been a back and forth. Jake having all the pressure in the world on Smith, and Smith not able to do anything. But Jake winning kickoff again. Kickoffs are going to be a deciding factor in a lot of these goals. Smith collecting that 100, trying to get around Jake, and gets the demo, and gives him a little bit of room to free up. But he's just going to take possession, trying to get a flick. Jake with the fake challenge, playing a 50.
Yeah, really good challenge by Jake there. Smith is going to go for a shot here. Jake right there to save it. It's like we've kind of all been saying here. It seems like Jake is figuring out what Smith is doing, reading him really well, and being ready for anything that he throws his way, and putting a lot of really good pressure on Smith. And unfortunately, Smith is just not able to quite, you know, save the ball or prevent Jake from scoring. But again, there's still 2 minutes and 37 seconds left. Anything can really happen here.
I'm really glad that this is a best of 5 because game 2s are always so much better, but like we're always on game point, right? So there's not that like extra like nail biter in a sense. I think this is the best game we have seen yet here. I mean, this is pretty close. We now have a tie game, 2-2 with 2 minutes 29 seconds. There's still half a game left, and it's anybody's ball game now. I mean, Jake's coming from a loss. That could be motivation for him to really push for this, and I mean, he's had the lead, he's held it. There's the bump on Smith, and it's rolling in. He's still able to get the save, though. There you go. He keeps himself alive here, but, you know, Jake's really putting on a hard game for Smith, and we know, as we've watched Smith in prior games, he has a little bit of, like, I don't want to say inconsistency, but sometimes he just loses the ball. He just kind of falls off, you know, like, he fumbles under no pressure, basically, and we kind of saw that just not too long ago, and it's a little worrisome, you know, if you're voting for Smith here, you're kind of hoping he can stay in control. He has the car, he can maintain ball possession here. With the air dribbles, though, he's always usually good, and we haven't been able to see anybody really get in the way like Jake has, as he just did again, and he's turned the tides once again. Another demo. Can he get this one in? He found the perfect cut, but that crossbar is going to do the defense. Unfortunate for Jake. It was a great opportunity, but now he's demoed out, buying Smith some time for the setup. He plays it patient, 12 boost, and Jake is still able to get in the way. What a volley between these 2 players here.
Absolutely,
Wow.
and Jake really cannot find a goal with these open nets. I know open nets are nerve-wracking. I miss them too, but you got to capitalize those in 1v1s because he's very lucky that Smith didn't turn that around to a counterattack and score each one. And we are back on the kickoff, and the ball just being dead, but Jake still taking possession. Smith right there. Jake on the sidewall, playing a little bit patient, trying to figure out what Smith is going to do. Plays 50. Smith just waiting to see what Jake does and just goes instantly to boost over ball, which I don't agree with, but I'm not playing, so I can't say anything about it. But Jake instantly back on the ball and just going to make it a 4-2 game with 47 seconds.
Yeah, what a goal by Jake here. He gets that touch in that corner right there, and he just kind of dribbles it into the goal. And Smith not even there to even challenge that. And we have 47 seconds left. It is 2-4. Again, Smith has been consistent for the most part, but it seems like he's kind of a little bit. And maybe he's intimidated by Jake, as Jake kind of is seeming like he's really locked in. He's not taking no more crap from anyone at this point. And, you know, again, they're both really, really solid players. And again, anything can happen. It's just a matter of playing patiently, trying to read what the other person does, and making sure you go for those challenges when needed. And right as I say that, Smith, with the shot on goal, gets that touch in that corner. Strange angle here, but he gets it in anyway. Beautiful goal by Smith. 3-4, 23 seconds left. It can happen, and I'm excited to see what does.
Yeah, 23 seconds is it's more time than having to worry about, you know, the 10-second countdown. He has a little bit of an extra layer here for one goal. But, you know, Jake is holding it down. We now have our 10-second countdown. Smith has a full field reset. Jake's still able to get in the way, snag possession for a second as he's just blocking Smith. He just has to hold this lead. No, it's off the crossbar, and Jake takes the win in game number 2. No overtime.
And such a lucky, that was such a lucky crossbar save for Smith, because if Smith makes it, we have an overtime, and I don't think Jake was mentally prepared for that overtime. I do think the nerves started getting to Jake towards the end, because Smith started picking up the pressure. He started finding the goal. He started finding his rhythm. But this next game will depend on a lot about which player's mental and which player's game sense is going to come into more handy. And like you guys watched Smith the entire day. We'll see if he keeps it up, or is Jake just going to be the underdog in the situation and take it away from him?
Yeah, we were actually talking about an underdog story happening earlier. I think it's in the making here with Jake, with how he's been playing and just seeing how the comeback is slowly happening, right? You know, Smith was doing really, really well. He was super consistent with his shots and, you know, taking those challenges. But Jake has been nailing what Smith is putting up against him. Like, he's reading his challenges, he's reading his plays really well. So I think Jake's gonna make a comeback here. I know it might be too early to say what could happen, but I could take this one just based on what's happening.
I can see that, yeah, most definitely. I am excited to see what happens in game number 3, as the winner of this is back in the series and bringing us to game points. So very, very interesting and very, very exciting as we are here on Deadeye Canyon Oasis for game 3. Smith on his back wheels, but able to turn it around. He doesn't get the touch that he needed to redirect that ball on target. He had the open net once again, but again, just couldn't quite get that touch. It's a great turnaround by Smith as he leads us in with the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and Smith absolutely doing a very good job at keeping this offensive pressure, bumping Jake into that 50 to get a free goal. I think Smith might need to lock in a little bit, because I think he's underestimating Jake. But here we go with another kickoff, 1-0. Jake, the kickoff goes in favor of Jake. Smith instantly goes back. Jake's going for boost, and Jake trying to flick, but Smith with a huge save could lead to an open net, and Smith will take advantage of it. 2-0, Smith in the lead.
Beautiful goal by Smith here. Like Hoodie just said, he takes advantage of that open net. He just taps it right into the goal. Jake not there to save it, but we're still up 2 with 4 minutes and 28 seconds left. And we have our next kickoff here. It goes in favor of Smith here. Smith is going to take advantage of that, but Jake right there to try and challenge him in that corner right there. lots of back and forth happening between these two, like we've been talking about throughout this entire tournament. I mean, with Smith, we saw him being really consistent, putting on that pressure, but we see that Jake is really reading that well, and he's adjusting accordingly based on that, which is why he's able to get around Smith so well.
Most definitely. I think this has been a great opponent for Smith. You know, I was kind of wondering, since, you know, Smith breezed through quarters and semis, if, like, this was going to be kind of a runaway, you know, game for him. Like, if he was just going to be taking it all. But Jake is the perfect match for Smith here, as we see Smith now has a response. He's now taken the lead in the first minute or so, right? And he definitely turned the tides from game number 2, where Jake's typically the one to score 2, take the lead, right, and hold it. But, you know, as Smith had the lead, he easily lost it, and we're back to a 2-2 game with 3 minutes 52 seconds on the clock.
Absolutely, Jake finally finding his rhythm. Jake just he started waking up after the game 1, and he just likes to build up his pressure. But as I say that, Smith will just take advantage of it. 3-2. Smith absolutely just playing mind games with Jake right now, just trying to prove to everybody why he's the best player in this tourney and not Jake.
Yeah, lots of competition going on here between these two. Both of them trying to determine who's the better guy here. Who's going to take home the $100? Again, very, very competitive spirits going on between these two. And we can see that Jake kind of playing patiently. He goes for another shot, tying the game once again. This is what I have been talking about all for the whole tournament, is tying the game and hopefully maybe breaking that tie and making the comeback of this entire tournament. So we have 3 minutes and 26 seconds left. It's 3-3. Next kickoff going in favor of Jake. Really solid kickoff by these two here. And Jake kind of playing patiently, like I've said before. He's going to try to get it over Smith, but Smith is just going to take it right over his head. Again, it seems like Smith's kind of losing his momentum here a little bit. But again, anything can happen in this tournament. It's a matter of figuring out your opponent and what works well and how to challenge them appropriately.
Most definitely. There's the long shot by Jake. Smith able to get in the way. It's a great air block as he now turns the tides. Goes for the air dribble himself. The bump on Jake. He's still able to get in the way. Thankful of that crossbar, I'm sure, now, as he's able to now go onto Smith's sides, get the play off, and the crossbar is going to get in his. So I guess I take back that previous statement of loving the crossbar for that, because Smith now has the goal. He takes the lead, and he brings us to a 4-3 game. A great sidewall air dribble, one launch, a second touch, not quite the reset, but still the last and final touch to seal the deal. 2 minutes 33 seconds on the clock. We got kickoff number 8 between these two as it goes towards the wall. Smith gains a little bit of fieldage. He does take the shot, and it's off the crossbar. Jake, with boost, is able to gain possession, go off that right side wall. No reset for him. He drops it right outside the net and has to keep it away from Smith. He now has to reset as he's off the wall. Smith now pushes it downfield. It's a great volley between the two. Off the crossbar once again. Smith really just having to keep it away from Jake at this point, just to stall a little bit of time and try and hold that lead. Great flick. Smith with an easy read, but it gives an opportunity for Jake to steal the boost. ×2, even mid. Smith is left with nothing. All he is just a 50 or a flick, one of the two. And with the 50, the ball gets pinched back down to Smith's sides, and Jake's there for the shot. He fakes it, and it's in.
Beautiful fake by Jake, and Jake just playing, using the whole field to his advantage. He went from one side to another to the other side. Jake is just using the whole field, stealing every single boost pad, just so he can make Smith very, very awkward, just so he can try to live off those pennies. But we have another kickoff going in favor of Jake. Jake instant turn catch, and can we get another goal? But Smith with another save from one of Jake's shots. Smith not looking very comfortable, but as I say that, another crossbar sidewall save. This sidewall and crossbar has been the death of these two players.
No, for sure. We've seen that a lot through this entire matchup we have going on here between these two. They've been utilizing that, but it's kind of been their enemy as they've been trying to score against each other. But yet we are still tied between these two. I mean, Jake has been really making the comeback here, as we've seen. He's been taking advantage of those open nets and getting around Smith and really reading what Smith is going to do really, really well. And since this is a best of 5, again, anything can happen. Smith could turn this around, but it seems as though that this is going in favor of Jake. It is still currently tied, but Smith is going to go for a shot here, but Jake right there to save it. And it seems like we have this back and forth action going on between these two. They're each trying to prove who is better and who deserves the $100 prize more than the other person.
Most definitely. With 30 seconds, we have another goal for Smith now, taking the lead 5-4. It's a great read as he tries to get past Jake. It's that one touch, just launching it past him. Unfortunate for Jake, but there's still 27 seconds. There's still time. One goal away. Kickoff number 10 does go in favor of Jake. Smith does make it back, though. He's in a defensive position. Jake now with the flick, and there you have. We're back to a tie game with 19 seconds. I think that was about 5 seconds or so. And Jake is able to tie up the game. Things are heating up. It's getting exciting out there. A tie game, 19 seconds. Again, this game, whoever wins it is going to be taking the lead in this series and putting us on game point. So not only is this a game that you want to win, but I mean, it puts you in a really, really good position for that prize money.
And Smith going off the ceiling, doing a ceiling shot. Smith taking the lead with 5 seconds remaining, putting Jake on another clip montage. This has been happening to Jake all night. Jake has just been getting clipped on my side all night.
Yeah, man. Again, lots of back and forth happening. We've seen Jake attempt to tie it every now and again. And then,
oh my goodness!
God!
There's no way!
Beautiful shot here. Look at that. Jake with that shot to tie the game and take us into overtime. Beautiful job by Jake. We are now in overtime, 6-6. Who's going to take home this game? It seems as though this kickoff went in favor of Smith. He's just going to tap that right in there and take home the next game. Sets up Smith for potentially winning this entire thing. I mean, with only 5 seconds into overtime, Smith just takes it in there and locked in. Beautiful, beautiful job by these two. Really, really great game.
That was absolutely amazing. I mean, what are our thoughts on this? What a close game. I thought game 2 was close, but game 3 was even better. We actually did get that 0-second goal to push us into overtime, which Smith had just missed out on in game number 2, right? But this time Jake made the comeback. He got the last goal to tie it up, 0 seconds. We saw the overtime. Smith took it. I mean, how are you guys feeling? What are your thoughts here?
Man, how this game is going is I don't see a game 5. I'll be very surprised if Jake takes this next one. If Smith plays like how he's been playing, I don't see a game 5 happening. If I see a game 5, I kind of want to see Smith winning. I see Smith winning it all, but I can't be biased. But it's like these two are just equal opponents for each other.
Yeah, I think these two are both a really, really great matchup for what we have going on here. I mean, these two are both extremely competitive, especially with the cash prize. I can definitely tell their mentals are through the roof. They're both trying to prove who deserves that money more than the other person. I mean, we've seen lots of back and forth. But we are now, it's game 4, right? Yeah, game number 4, Smith versus Jake. Let's see who takes this one home. We got Smith. Good kickoff here. It's going to go in favor of Smith. Smith's going to kind of play it a little patiently. He's going to take it to that wall over here. He's going to attempt to take it up and go for an aerial, but Jake right there to save it. Again, lots of back and forth happening between these two.
Yep, this is the, I don't know, the heat maker. Like, everybody's on fire out there. I'm sure, you know, Jake has a real big comeback that he's got to make here, as he's now down a game, and it puts Smith on game point. He cannot let Smith win this one, so the pressure is definitely on, especially coming from an underdog perspective. But I know Smith is not going to go easy here. We have a nice 50 outside the goal line. Jake gonna take possession here, as he was able to get that 100 boost. He's got to use a lot of that boost to try and get around Smith's challenge, though. But there's the launch towards the net, and that's going to be the first goal of the game, going in favor of Jake.
Absolutely, Jake. Jake trying to find his rhythm. A lot of pressure on Jake to win this game, just so he can try to stay in it, so we can get a game 5. Jake, we are back on kickoff. And it's going to go in, and it's just going to stop dead. But wait, Jake might have an open net, but Smith is just going to bump him away. Smith going for the 100, but Jake instantly have pressure again. Smith with possession, going to go for a flick, but Jake will bait him into the flick.
Yeah, Smith, Jake kind of going back and forth here, taking possession, and Jake just put it right in the net. Beautiful goal by Jake here. As you can see here in that corner, they were kind of going back and forth with the ball, but Jake ends up demoing him and just taking it straight into his net. Jake with 2, with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left. We are on kickoff number 3, and it's kind of just gonna stay in the center with this kickoff. And then Smith, obviously right there to take it into that corner. Again, lots of back and forth happening between these two, but Smith with a goal there, but doesn't quite get it in. Jake right there to save it, but he's gonna go for another and get it in. Wow, lots of competition here. Lots of things happening. I mean, their mentals are both up through the roof. They are both trying to prove who deserves the money more. Man, what a game.
Most definitely a great rebound shot by Smith there, cutting the lead in half. We got 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go. We got Jake going for the shot, and it's in. He now extends the lead once again, bringing back that 2-goal deficit. He is building up that cushion for himself. He's looking like he's going towards a good stance once again. I mean, again, he needs this game. He needs to keep up this pressure. He needs to keep doing what he's doing and putting Smith on his back wheels as he takes this next kickoff. It's off that backboard. Smith is there. Jake having to roll back now. No boost. Still sticking with the ball. Able to pop it up. Let's see what he does here. Smith with a small shutdown, but there's the bump in the open net. There it is, a 3-goal deficit now. Jake running away with this right now.
Absolutely, Jake. Absolutely. In one of the games, Jake went down 3-1. So deja vu has got to be coming back to him about being down 3-1. Now he's up. Now going down 3, but now he's up 3. Can Smith just change it around? Or is Jake going to do a kickoff goal, but Smith will deny it, collects the 100. Jake playing patiently, waiting for what Smith is going to do, and Smith getting a huge demo. Just going to go play sidewall, going to collect the 100 first, going in the air, has the flip, going for an air dribble bump, but Jake was there with the save, and it's just going to lead to an open net. But is Jake just going to sidebar it again? And he does, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, man, Jake has been really taking advantage of all these open shots here. I mean, we've seen this as a trend as this matchup has happened. Jake just taking advantage of those open nets and just nailing them pretty much every time, it seems like. And we are 2 minutes and 32 seconds left. Jake with 5, Smith with 1. Again, there's still time for Smith to come back here. But it seems as though this is going in Jake's favor, and it seems as though they maybe want to take this to a game 5. I would love to see a game 5 personally. I know Hoodie earlier was saying that this might not go to a game 5, but based on this back and forth that I'm seeing happening and just where their mentals are at, I think they both want a game 5. I think they want to keep this up. That's at least what I think is happening here.
Man, I don't know how you'd want to go to a game 5 with $100 on the plate. I mean, you know, you'd think being in Smith's shoes, you just want to end it right here, right now. You know, Jake's really not letting that happen, and I'm seeing a game 5, which is super, super exciting, and I know I want to see that. especially for a tournament in ones. I mean, this is absolutely incredible. It's a 1-6 game. Absolutely insane. But Jake really needs this here, as we know how good of a player Smith is. He seems to have just kind of given that one away, though. We can't really do too much on a kickoff. Jake had the launch. Smith really couldn't do anything there, which is unfortunate. But there's still a minute 54. Like Ari said, there's still time. Smith probably can still turn this around. I mean, I'm not too sure what has happened here in game 4, but I want to highlight that kickoff strategy there. A little bit of a delayed kickoff to gain the fieldage, but he's just wasn't able to put it in the net. He still is able to take a second shot, though. Jake with the save. Smith comes back around. There's the demo, clearing up the defensive pressure for a second. He's got to act quick. Jake's already back in game. He gets it past him, and there it is. Smith putting a second goal on the board for himself.
Absolutely. Jake finally started to warm up. I feel like the time in between your guys' games, the Smith and Bean and Jake playing an extra game against Jermaine, kind of warmed Jake up pretty good coming into this game. So Smith coming off having to sit and wait, but Jake trying to get another goal, and we have a Barcelona 8-2. Jake bringing it to Smith, saying, "I am the underdog and I will win this $100."
Yeah, wow, what a shot and goal by Jake here. It is 2-8 with 1:20 left. Jake with the lead here. He has been really locked in as I've seen this tournament go on. I mean, like Hoodie said, you know, after playing with Jermaine and all the other games he was in as well, we've kind of seen, you know, Jake kind of not taking any more crap from anyone, really. I mean, he really wants to win this thing, as we could say. I mean, they both want to win this thing. So they're both just really locked in, both trying to win this thing. Oh, did someone forfeit?
And ladies and gentlemen,
Yep.
we are going to champion field.
That is going to conclude it. Jake's our winner. Game 5, everybody. All right, we need a prediction. Okay, I don't know about you guys. We need a prediction.
I say we do. I think we do need a prediction for this one.
Absolutely, we have Champs Field, game number 5. This is what's really gonna tell about who is a better player mechanically and who has a better mental at this point. This is gonna decide a lot of factors for this game 5.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, again, $100 on the line. We've seen everyone that has played in this tournament thus far has been super competitive. They really want that prize. But we are now in game 5, Jake versus Smith. And it's like Hoodie said, it's all about, you know, how mechanically strong you are, your game sense, and a bunch of other things as well, and your mental. And I guess we're starting right now with kickoff. Going in favor of Jake here. Smith is gonna attempt for a challenge there, but Jake just puts it right in. What a beautiful, beautiful shot by Jake here. He takes it off that corner. He kind of goes back for it, gets it right in the net. Smith not right there to save it. Again, game 5, lots of things are on the line here.
Most definitely, this is it. Winner takes it all. There are no more chances. There are no more lives. You gotta bring your A game. You gotta leave it all out on the field right here, right now. And we got Jake starting us off strong with 2 goals on the net. Not even a full 20 seconds in. Now this is typical pattern that we've seen from Jake from games 1 and 2. You know, he starts off the game in the first 30 seconds, 2 goals, building that cushion. However, we have seen Smith still take the win, even with Jake gaining this lead. Throughout this entire series, we've seen both the players, you know, counter each other, tie up the game, take the lead, the whole 9 yards. And just like that, as I'm saying it, Smith has now cut the lead in half with his sidewall air dribble straight towards the net. Absolutely incredible, ending in that 50. Now giving us a 1-2 game. Now we have Smith rolling back in as we have kickoff number 4. This one's gonna go in favor of Jake. Smith pulling back, getting his corner boost. Jake leaves him with possession. He's gotta play it smart here. Jake's waiting at midfield. He does get a touch and they're bumping each other. It's getting physical. We love to see it. One touch back over to Jake on that backboard as he now has possession. It is a bouncing play. Smith has to play it smart here as Jake goes for the net. It is just off. Smith almost had that save there. He's kind of panicking a little bit, it seems like. Still able to get in the way. He's getting kind of lucky that Jake's missing all of these, but there's one more breakaway for Jake. He still doesn't quite go for the shot, and there it is.
And it is 3-1. We have been seeing this theme from Jake these last couple of games. Is he gets the score quickly. He plays magnificent defense. Is this gonna keep up the rest of this 3 minutes and 50 seconds, or is Smith finally gonna find his offensive pressure? As I'm saying that, it's just gonna lead to a kick, maybe a kickoff goal, but Smith quick enough to get back. Jake back on the pressure, going for it, going to the sidewall, trying to go for an aerial, but instead reluctant to go for a bump on Smith, trying to play a physical game instead of just letting Smith have his chance.
Yeah, we can see Smith with possession here. He's gonna just flick it right over Jake and into that net, bringing that gap closer and closer together with 3 minutes and 29 seconds left. Honestly, guys, anything can happen here. Smith could come back. He could take all of this. I could have been very wrong about Jake, but I don't know. With the back and forth that's happening, it's kind of hard to say. But it seems as though Jake has kind of found his rhythm and has found out how Smith actually plays. And it seems Smith is still trying to play it similar to how he's played in these past other games as well. So, again, anything can happen between these two, and it's been just lots of back and forth and lots of reading what the other person is going to do next. And right as I say that, Jake waiting right there at the net, waiting for Smith's shot. He seems he's going to take possession. Smith kind of trying to read what he does. He gets a touch off of that as he puts it in Jake's net. Wow. 2 minutes and 55 seconds left. What a play.
Absolutely insane. Not the goal you want to happen. However, it's only a 2-goal deficit. There's still 2 minutes 55 seconds on the clock. Smith still can turn this around. He has the skills. He's been playing against Jake for quite some time now, so really he just has to not panic, which again I'm pretty sure he's doing just a little bit, but he can just collect himself. He can turn this around. I feel it as he now does take possession. There's the shot. It is side. He's got to just re-angle here, slow it down a little, really maintain this, and there you have it. Another goal for Smith, cutting the lead in half once again. Great patience waiting for Jake to make the mistake, and that's a huge part in ones. A lot of the time you just gotta wait for your opponent to make a mistake, and you know, great defensive attempt by Jake there, trying to just get in the way as early as possible, but one miss and Smith had it. He had the boost to work with as well. So our next kickoff going in favor of Smith. It is a shot saved away, but Jake quickly turns things around and gets Smith back on a defensive position here as Jake's trying to chase him down. Smith is able to avoid the demo. Now still takes possession. Jake stopping him at mid for a second. One pass back over to Smith, and we are in that left side corner. Smith with the breakaway takes the shot, and it's in! We now have a tie game.
4-4. Smith now playing his own game. I feel like at the beginning of the game, he was trying to compete with Jake at his speed. He was trying to compete with Jake, trying to play at a different type of speed. I think Smith just had to calm down, play his own type of game, and he would have been okay for those last couple games. Jake back winning kickoffs, but Smith instantly on him. Jake a little bit panicky now, Smith, but as soon as I say that, a good 50 coming from Jake. Jake already on Smith's side, going for a sidewall read, flex his 100, going to ceiling, but Smith would delete him off the map and he would just take full possession.
Yeah, Smith and Jake, lots of competition going on here. Smith is going to take possession, and Jake right trying to demo him. Jake's just gonna take possession and maybe take advantage of the net here. Smith waiting right there for him, but is unfortunately unable to get a touch on that. Now we are at 4-5. Jake, a beautiful goal by Jake here. Very, very close call, but he ends up getting it in anyway, making it 4-5. Really, really solid game happening here. Lots of back and forth, lots of competition. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Again, there's still a minute and 13 seconds left. I think another tie could be brewing here if they each play their game. They've both been doing what they've been doing these past couple of games, reading each other, taking advantage of the open net and things like that.
Most definitely. I mean, we've seen a 0-second goal into overtime before, so I'm more than positive it can again. We just gotta see as Jake goes for the runaway. That's another one for him, giving us a 2-goal lead. I don't know if that's gonna be the nail in the coffin because there's still 48 seconds, but I don't know. Smith seems to be kind of losing it just a little bit, figuratively and literally, but I know he can play better. I know the kind of player he's just really, really got to lock in these 45 seconds here as he does take possession. Jake is in the way. Smith falls back. There's that long shot. It could just be in, and it is. That one might actually be the nail in the coffin. Hoodie, what are your thoughts now?
Absolutely. Jake finally, it's like I said, Jake will always give up game number one. He likes to figure out his opponent, and then he'll definitely get going at his opponent. And we saw those last couple of games, an 8-3 or 9-3. Then we see this 7-4. Jake absolutely just proving to everybody why y'all just shouldn't have counted him out. And I do think Jake takes this game, and I think this is GG's. I don't think Smith comes back. I think Jake is the winner of the tourney.
Yeah, I mean, again, we've seen a lot of really, really solid gameplay happening from both of these individuals. I mean, Smith had a really, really strong start, but Jake really messed with him, I think, mentally. I think Jake showed him who deserves his money more, who's his challenge, you know? But it was a really, really solid lineup here. Jake taking home the $100. Congratulations, Jake. You are the winner. Really, really solid job between these two. Really, really well played by Smith as well. It was really enjoyable to see him put up a really, really good fight.
Most definitely. It was a great series, and I mean, like, a great tourney overall. Well, shout out to everybody who participated. It's been a long tourney as we had so many participants, and that's why, you know, we just kind of took the last half of the bracket. But huge shout out to everybody who participated. Thank you so much for making Hoodie's first tournament a 1v1 so successful and coming this far. I cannot wait for the next one. GG's to these players, Smith and Jake, and everybody from today's stream. But congratulations most of all to the winner, Jake. You fought hard. It was a long journey, but you made it here. So congratulations.
Absolutely. And guys, I do have another tourney planned in my head. I will contact Royal about it because I'm gonna need her full team actually for this one. So the next one will be a $200 tourney, so stick around for that one. We're going to keep upping the prize until someone dethrones Jake. So until Jake gets dethroned, we could get up to 1K tourney. So
do we get
you guys want to do an
here?
interview?
I think we should. Bring him in.
All right, I guess we're going straight to an interview. But as he said, stay tuned for the next tournament. I will be announcing it in the Ray Discord for all of you guys to join. So make sure you tune in there, and if you don't participate, at least you can come out to the stream to watch it all unfold right before you guys, live in action on the field. But yeah, let's get Jake in here.
Yo, welcome in, bud.
I was not nervous at all. Bro, I was so mad when I sold that kickoff goal in that overtime. Bro, that was so infuriating. But now I'm like actually goated.
Jake, it's like what I was saying on stream. You're notorious for giving up game ones and then automatically coming back. Why do you give up so much game ones and you're all of a sudden you lock in?
Nerves. I'm nervous. I'm a nervous player, bro. I always have been. Cause like I get in my head like really bad. But you know, it's just Smith, so it's okay. Not like I lost 7-10 or anything.
Well, I will say you put up a really, really good fight, man. That was very enjoyable to see how you two were going back and forth.
Nah, he put up a good fight. No, but I actually mad respect for Smith. That was crazy. That was a really good series. I didn't think I was gonna win, bro. Like, at all. And if Blue is in that, yeah, I'm not winning. Took a game 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
I'm
I'll ask,
excited, though.
like, what was going through your mind through all of these games that you were playing? Just like from the start of the tournament to now, like, where was your mental at? If you don't mind me asking.
what am I doing wrong? Honestly, figuring those things out. That's pretty much the edge of it. I was quite angry the entire time at myself. But no, I clutched up. You know, I've been getting some coaching from Bucky lately, and it really helped a lot. He's my goat. Thank you, Bucky. Love you, bro.
So how'd you like bring your mental back, especially coming from that forfeit game, right? Because you went down so much, and you know you called the game. It is what it is. How did you come back from that mentally?
Just, you know, played sports growing up, and just something you always have to have in the back of your mind is that mental fortitude. So it's a new game. It's a new day. Just got to refresh and get back to it, and it worked. So.
Okay. Were
All
you
it really
expecting
is-
a game 5?
Nah, I was expecting to lose in like game 3 or 4. Especially after game 1, it was rough. A little 7-10 L. Almost made the comeback at the end. I low-key scored really fast a lot, and then I edged out game 2, lost 6-7 in game 3. That one sucked because I literally had him, and then blew him out last 2. Just had to like I said, just figure out what's wrong. I've never been a mechie player. I've always been more, you know, like that quote unquote smart player, and that's kind of like the approach I had to take. Smith definitely wasn't on his A game, because if he was, he's gonna beat me there. You know, gotta show a little bit of respect to the guy. But no, I'm goated, you know. Yeah, I'm like that. No diff. I almost lost to J. Cole, bro. Ugh.
Absolutely, Jake. Thanks for competing. Send me your cash up or whatever I need to pay you. Just send me that. I'm gonna close off my stream. So I'm gonna go definite Discord so Royal and she can close out hers. So I will give me 1 second, guys.
Light work.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for coming out, Jake. It was definitely good to talk to you, and it was great to see you out on the field.
I'll win the next one.
We'll see you out there. Hopefully, because then we get more bigger cash prizes. That's what I heard. So
Yup.
keep
Hey,
up the
I
good
am,
work.
All for it. Yeah, this counts
Really
as
great
earnings,
job.
right?
What?
This counts as earnings, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh yeah, first earnings. That's match falling now. Whatever.
Let's go. He's up in the runnings, y'all. Okay,
Yep.
keep your eye out on Jake. Okay, he's the one to beat in this next tournament. So
Yep.
I'll just
Y'all gotta
never
stay
show up
ready,
again,
you know?
You know, be undefeated.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Hoodie,
Yeah.
I'll send you my stuff, and yeah, GG's, bro. Appreciate it.
all right.
Great
Have
job.
a good rest of your
Appreciate
night. Bye, Jake.
Peace out, y'all.
Bye.
Oh, he's so sweet. Okay, that was great. Anyways, we are wrapping up as mentioned, so I do want to give Ari her spotlight right now, ask if she has any last words, little shout outs, anything she wants to say as a farewell to you guys. So take it away, Ari.
Wow, that was really, really well played. I cannot wait to see what this next tournament brings, especially with there being $200 according to Hoodie. I can't wait to see who takes that one home. It seems that Jake seems pretty locked in. He seems a little too confident, but we'll see who matches his energy in the next one. But I'm just glad I got to be here. I'm glad I got to cast with the one and only Royal. And I want to say thank you to Hoodie for putting this all together and letting me do this for the first time. So shout out to Hoodie. Thank you for letting me have this opportunity, and thank you, Royal, for letting me learn with you.
Of course, it's my pleasure. It was a lot of fun. I think you did amazing out there. I mean, absolutely incredible. She has been one of the greatest to work with coming into casting and being new to it. So thank you for joining me and going out there and having fun. It was absolutely amazing. But like I said, that is going. So thank you so much for tuning in, for all the follows and the subs, and just coming back for the stream, sharing your little stream streaks. Absolutely love seeing that, and I love you guys so much. And also, not to mention the raids. Thank you for those, but we will see you in the next one very soon. And once again, I did drop the Discord for Royal Ascent, as I will be putting like the links for the next tournament when that does drop and when everything is set up, so stay tuned for that. But until next time, you guys have a great morning, evening, afternoon, or night, wherever you're watching from. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and stay royal. We're gonna raid out, so if you want to stick around for that, cool. If not, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye.